Around half a year ago, I made a video talking about the most requested features in Rec Room, where I talked about, well, the most requested features in Rec Room. However, there are a lot of features that I personally want added to Rec Room that I don't think gets talked about as much. So in this video, I'm going to talk about things that I want added to Rec Room. Before we start though, I just want to clarify that I have no idea what Rec Room is adding next. Since I'm a video partner, I've gotten early access to stuff before, like Make It to Midnight, and I'm sure that makes a lot of people think that I just know everything that's getting added in the future, but I don't. So in other words, don't take this video as things that are going to be added because I genuinely have no idea what Rec Room's adding next. With all of that being said though, the first thing I want added to Rec Room is a color wheel for stuff like your skin color and hair color. I personally just think that every game should have a color wheel for stuff like this, or at the very least just have a lot of options with the slider or something, like with what The Sims 4 does with skin colors. I highly doubt that this will ever get added anytime soon, considering how much work they would have to do to even put this in the game, so I would also just be fine if we got more skin colors in general. And while we're on the topic of skin colors, I also want unnatural skin colors like green and blue. I talked about this in the most requested items video, but I honestly want this so bad. I know a lot of people would love to make their character green or blue or whatever color they want. I personally wouldn't even care if they made it like the hair dyes where you have to pay tokens to do this. I just want this added, honestly. Okay, next I want more inclusive items added. They've been doing a great job with these as of lately, like with the hearing aids and religious hats and stuff like that, which is mainly why I'm talking about this. I want them to continue doing stuff like this because I know it makes so many people feel included in this game. I also want more hairstyles as well as mouths and eyes added to the game. This might be a very unpopular opinion, but we really don't have that many good hairstyles, so we definitely need way more. And as for the eyes and mouths, I highly doubt they would even add more, but honestly, it would be really cool to have like a stitched mouth or something like that. I've seen a lot of concept art made by Rec Room players on different hairstyles as well as eyes and mouths that they could add, and it makes me want to have more so bad. I would also like to have more hairstyle options. I've mentioned split dye before in one of my shorts, but we could definitely get some more options when it comes to these. For example, I think being able to switch between the curly and straight hair textures for any hair would be pretty cool to have, and I feel like it would be pretty easy to add as well. The next thing I want in Rec Room is for you to support me by going to my profile at HeyWerewolf and pressing the big support button. I'm trying to get the video partner ready, so anything helps. Okay, but for real though, the next one's very small, but I want to be able to wear different ear accessories on each ear. I honestly thought this was already a feature, but I guess it's not, which is kind of surprising to be honest. You can wear different gloves on each hand. Why is it not the same for ear accessories? I don't think anyone would complain about this being added. And while we're talking about accessories, next I want more glasses that are actually glasses. Most of the glasses that we have right now either have orange glass for some reason or are sunglasses, so there's not a lot of actual glasses options right now. Next, let's talk about custom items. First, I want more custom shirt options. I think this one's pretty obvious. I want to be able to make like a custom hoodie or jacket or something, and maybe possibly being able to make a shirt in Blender or Unity and uploading that to Rec Room. That would be sick. I also want more customization options for custom shirts, like being able to change the color of the collar and pants as well as editing the sides. Now, I know that would just make it way easier to copy official Rec Room shirts and sell them for cheap or just have them, but let's be honest, if Rec Room cared about this, they would have banned printing shirts by now, and I think the benefits of more customization options outweigh the negatives by a landslide. I also want to be able to make custom hats and accessories, preferably with like Blender or something so that people are able to make really good quality accessories, but I would be fine with maker pen accessories as well. And while we're still on the topic of this, I want to be able to wear more hats and accessories at the same time. Being able to wear a halo as well as another hat, like a flower crown or something, would be amazing for people like me who want to wear the same hats or accessories for every outfit, and it would just give people more creative freedom when it comes to their avatars. My profile picture right now on YouTube is this photo, and if I was actually able to create this outfit in-game, that would be amazing. And the same goes for accessories, like being able to wear the bee-wings and a cape at the same time. That would just be great. The only negative that I can think of when it comes to this is people just wearing completely ridiculous combinations, but that's not that big of a deal in my opinion. And since we're on the topic of hats and accessories, I've mentioned this before in a very popular video of mine. I want actual white angel wings so bad. They've made angel wings that are blue and red. They've made a halo and a demon set with demon wings. They have a Cupid shirt with angel wings that don't come separate. They even made concept art for white angel wings years ago, and we still don't have actual white angel wings. Like, they're just teasing us at this point. And since we're somewhat on topic for this, I also want more YouTuber items added to the game. We used to get a lot of YouTuber items like Harry's cowboy hat and Soulfox's bandana, but we haven't gotten any for a while, and the reason why I say on topic is because if Rec Room were to ask me what cosmetic I want added to the game, I would say white angel wings. And I'm not saying that I'm going to get one anytime soon, by the way. I'm just saying that if I were to ever get one, that would personally be my choice. Alright, the next thing I want added to Rec Room are more official Rec Room events, stuff like RecCon and the Invasion events. We got a lot of these at the start of the year, like 4th Fridays, Rec Rocks, and another Invasion event, and I'm assuming since these all weren't that popular that they're just waiting on RecCon or something to make new events, which is understandable. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I honestly think they should bring back the Rec Olympics, but just a little bit differently. If you don't already know, the Rec Olympics was an event that they did back in 2021, and it was pretty much a take on the Olympics but in Rec Room, and it had different events and stuff. It was pretty cool. And since we're on topic for this, I would also like to have some sort of competitive mode added to a lot of the Rec Room originals with a ranking system, kind of like in Fortnite or Overwatch or really any game with a competitive mode. Whenever you play a Rec Room original in a public lobby, sometimes you'll get people who have no idea what's happening or what they're doing, and other times you get queued with people who play that Rec Room original 20 hours a day and they're like the best in the world. I've mostly noticed this with Making the Midnight since I've been playing that a lot more recently, but it happens with every Rec Room original game, so a competitive system would solve both of these problems in my opinion. And you would still be able to play the unranked versions of these modes if they ever added this, so it's a win-win for everyone. And like I said before, this also ties in with the idea of the Rec Olympics coming back. They could still do signups for the Rec Olympics, but if there was a competitive mode for Rec Room originals, there could be a certain rank requirement that you have to meet in order to have a chance of joining. That would be so cool and would give you a reason to grind out the competitive versions of these modes. And while we're still on the topic of Rec Room originals, in general, I just want older Rec Room originals to be updated more. Right now, I believe they're just working on Rec Room Studio mainly, but we haven't gotten an update to an older Rec Room original in forever besides bug fixes, and there's definitely a lot of potential for them, so I really hope that they go back and update them soon. For example, we really need a new rec center, or just a new main area in general. Right now, the rec center just feels so clogged up with all of the event stuff that's been happening, so if they made a new rec center with a special area for events and stuff, that would be amazing. Another example I think is pretty obvious, but I also want more maps for games like paintball and laser tag, and maybe even a new map for Rec Royale since we've had the same Rec Royale map for over 5 years now. Like I said before, we haven't gotten a new update to any of the Rec Room originals in years, so a new map to another Rec Room original would be a good start if they want to come back to any of them. Okay, let's talk about the leveling system next, because in my opinion, they just need to completely redo it. Right now, it's super easy to get from level 1 to 40, and then an absolute pain to get from 40 to 50. And not only is it pretty much impossible to level up in private or custom rooms, but for some reason, there's a daily XP cap, which is stupid in my opinion. And on top of that, the XP system only goes to level 50, which sucks because once you get to level 50, you're pretty much done. And on top of that, the boxes that you get from leveling up are completely hit or miss as well. You could either get a bow tie or a gold crown, and that kind of stinks. And while we're on the topic of boxes, the last thing I want added to Rec Room is the ability to get boxes from custom rooms. This is a really small addition, but I think it's worth mentioning because right now you can't get any boxes from custom rooms, even in custom paintball maps like Sonic Paintball. So even if it's only given to a small amount of creators, I think it's worth it because it would give people more of a reason to play those custom rooms as well as more of a reason to play custom versions of maps like paintball and laser tag.